Okay, now students, the Unit 6 class discussion, recite and discuss. So what we have to do here, we have to recite and discuss. Recite means, what is the meaning of recite? Yes, okay, and discuss. बोलना and discuss करना. So in the class discussion, Jane, you hardly said a word. We all aired our opinions, but from you we barely heard. You sat and stared in silence, surrounded by the chatter. Now tell me, Jane, and please be plain. Is there anything the matter? Jane looked up and then she spoke. Her voice was clear and low. There are many people in this world who are rather quiet, you know. Okay, so this is a just a class discussion, like we also, like I also, which we have to do in our class, right? सो नाउ इन द क्लास में क्या होता है, डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं जिन यू हार्डली सेड अ वर्ड, जो आपने कहा है वी ऑल आयर आर ओपिनियन, सब के सब क्या देते हैं, अपने अपने ओपिनियंस देते हैं, बट फ्रॉम यू वी बियरली हार्ड, ओके, कि आपने जो है कैसे कहा है, हार्डली सुना है. तो यू सेट आप बैठो एंड स्टार्टेड करेंगे साइलेंस में, सराउंडेड बाय द चैटर, ठीक है, और आसपास क्या होता है, चैटर चैटर, तो चैटर मैंने क्या होता है, बोलना. नाउ टेल मी Jane and please be plain, is there anything the matter? क्या मैटर हो रहा है, ओके. सो जेन लुकड अप एंड देन शी स्पोक. जेन उनको देखता है एंड वो क्या बोलती रहती है. हर वॉइस वॉज क्लियर एंड लो. उनकी वॉइस कैसी होती है, साफ एंड लो होती है. देर आर मैनी पीपल इन दिस वर्ल्ड, इस पीपल में बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हैं हु आर अदर क्वाइट, यू नो, जो आराम से क्या करते हैं, चुपचाप रहते हैं, सुनते रहते हैं. ठीक है, तो क्लास डिस्कशन में बेटा जब डिस्कशन की बात होती है तो हमको बोलना चाहिए, समझना चाहिए. ठीक है, किसी भी टॉपिक को अगर कोई टीचर्स देते तो आपको उसको डिस्कस करना चाहिए. गॉट इट. नाउ हियर द डिस्कशन. डिस्कशन मीन्स क्या होता है, टॉकिंग टुगेदर इन अ ग्रुप ऑन अ सिंगल टॉपिक. यानी कि डिस्कशन क्या होता है, अगर हम किसी भी एक हमें कोई टॉपिक मिलता है तो हमें उसमें बात करने के लिए बात करनी होती है साथ में. ठीक है, 2-3 फ्रेंड के साथ हम बात करते हैं, अपने कॉलिग के साथ. ठीक है, उसे कहते हैं डिस्कशन. ओके, एयर्ड मीन्स क्या होता है, मेक पब्लिक, मतलब पब्लिकली बात करना. ओके, बेयरली मीन्स होता है ओनली जस्ट, एक ही बार. ओके, ओनली जस्ट. स्टेयर मीन्स क्या होता है, जैसे कि जो घूरना जिसे बोलते हैं. ठीक है, लुक फिक्सली विद आइज वाइड ओपन करके जो एकदम से घूरते हैं. ठीक है. नाउ प्लेन मीन्स क्लियर. प्लेन मीन्स क्या होता है, क्लियर. Got it. So what activities, let's read what activity was going on in the class. कौन सी एक्टिविटी जो है क्लास में चल रही थी. Who was a quiet one in the class, कि कौन जो है क्लास में क्वाइट रहता है. Why was she quiet, वो क्यों क्वाइट थी. सी वॉज अफ्रेड टू एयर हर ओपिनियन, क्या उनके ओपिनियन से. सी हेटेड द नॉइज़, कि उसको नॉइज़ पसंद नहीं था. सी डिडंट लाइक द एक्टिविटी, कि उनको जो है एक्टिविटी अच्छी नहीं लगी. सी वॉज क्वाइट बाय नेचर, कि वो जो है नेचर के अकॉर्डिंग जो है वो क्वाइट थी. हाउ डू यू इंटरेक्ट इन क्लास ड्यूरिंग डिस्कशन, और आप कैसे इंटरेक्ट करते हो डिस्कशन के टाइम पे. डू यू पार्टिसिपेट और रिमेन क्वाइट, आप क्या करते हो, पार्टिसिपेट करते हो और क्वाइट रहते हो, या डिस्कशन करते हो. जब आपको डिस्कशन दिया जाता है तो आपको डिस्कशन करना चाहिए. आपको एक पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक दिया गया कि इसमें बात करिए तो आपको करना चाहिए. गॉट इट. थिंक एंड राइट. चूज़ 2 फ्रेंड्स इन योर क्लास हु आर वेरी डिफरेंट फ्राम ईच अदर. हमें क्या करना है, 2 फ्रेंड्स को चूज़ करना है अपनी क्लास में जो बिल्कुल डिफरेंट हैं एक दूसरे से. यूज़ द क्लूज इन द बॉक्स टू डिस्क्राइब देयर नेचर. यू मे ऑल्सो एड योर ओन वर्ड्स टू डिस्क्राइब देम. और इनको करके हम क्या कर सकते हैं, यूज़ कर सकते हैं जो हमें यहाँ डिस्क्राइबिंग वर्ड्स में गिवन है. वट इज़ द डिस्कशन. डिस्कशन मीन्स क्या होता है, टू डिस्कस मीन्स होता है टू टॉक टुगेदर और डिसाइड समथिंग. व्हेन यू डू दिस यू आर टेकिंग पार्ट इन अ डिस्कशन. रीड द सेंटेंस विद दे टेल अस व्हाट हैपेंस इन अ डिस्कशन. सो इन अ डिस्कशन ईच पर्सन गिव्स हिज आइडियाज वन बाय वन. सम टेल व्हाई समथिंग शुड बी डन, अदर्स may tell now, and participants ask question and answer them. Many ideas are given. Everyone helps to decide which ideas are the best. So now we have to just say this question answer. Okay, and I've already told you class discussion is a must thing to speak. Okay, So now let's carry on the question answer. What activity was going on in the class? So our discussion. Which activity is going on? Which activity was going on? That is, a discussion was going on in the class. Who was the quiet one in the class? Jane was the quiet one in the class. Jane क्या था? Quiet the class में. She was why was she quiet? Because she was quiet by nature के according क्या थी? वो चुप थी. ठीक है. हाउ डू इंटरेक्ट इन क्लास ड्यूरिंग डिस्कशन? कैसे इंटरेक्ट करते हैं हम क्लास के टाइम पे? डू यू पार्टिसिपेट और रिमेन क्वाइट? आप पार्टिसिपेट करते हो या चुप रहते हो? आई स्पीक लेस, मैं कम बोलता हूँ, बट लिसन टू अदर्स मोर, लेकिन ज़्यादा सुनता हूँ. ठीक है ना, मैं क्या करता हूँ, कम बोलता हूँ और ज़्यादा सुनता हूँ. Now think and write. Choose two friends in your class. This one I have already discussed. So here you have to write Shudha and Sabnam. Whatever you have to choose any student's name, two students' name. Okay. So Sub and Subham are my classmates. They are very different by nature. Sabnam is lively. Sudha and Sabnam. Okay. So Shabnam is lively and naughty. You can see here we already use a lively and naughty. She is helpful and friendly too. Helpful or friendly. Shudha is a quiet girl. Quiet also. She is very studious, means पढ़ाकू, and she is very regular in her studies. में क्या होना, regular रहना. ठीक है. But she is not as cheerful as शबनम. उसकी तरह खुश नहीं रहती थी. Everybody likes शबनम, लेकिन सब किसको like करते थे? शबनम को. Okay. So what is a discussion? To discuss means to talk together or decide something. When you do this, you are taking part in a discussion. Okay, you can see this one. And yes, so here, what here asked in a discussion, each person gives his ideas one by one. Okay, and what is a discussion first? So to discuss means क्या होता है? To talking together, decide something. Okay, and when you do this, you are taking part in a discussion. हमें क्या करना चाहिए? पार्ट लेना चाहिए. So here, note the points you might discuss before planning a visit to park. Choose a day and time. What things to bring to play. Assign duties. Things to eat. Okay, so look at the picture in the poem. Imagine and write what the discussion in the class is about. So you can see, I think the students are discussing on the same full defeat of Indian cricket team from South African team. ओके, सो वो मैं क्या सोचती हूँ कि जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं डिस्कशन का कहीं भी करें सेम फुल डिफेक्ट में कि कैसे जो इंडियन क्रिकेट टीम ने साउथ अफ्रीका टीम से क्या कर दिया था, वो साउथ अफ्रीकन टीम से हार गई थी. ग्रुप ए इज़ इन फेवर ऑफ इंडियन टीम. ग्रुप ए है वो फेवर है इंडियन टीम में, वेयर है जो ग्रुप बी है वो है अगेंस्ट ऑफ इस टीम. ओके, दूसरे के खिलाफ. सो ड्यूरिंग द डिस्कशन ग्रुप प्रीत और ग्रुप जो ड्यूरिंग टाइम मतलब डिस्कशन के टाइम पे जो ग्रुप प्रीत होता है ग्रुप का बी रिमार्क करता है दैट इवन आर स्कूल क्रिकेट टीम कैन मेक 76 रन बना सकती है, यानी इज़ एन इनिंग अगेंस्ट द पुअर साउथ अफ्रीकन टीम. Okay, so everyday students of group B and the teachers burst into the laughter. Everyday students जो group B के होते हैं, teachers होते हैं, क्या करते हैं? Laughter, हंसते रहते हैं. ठीक है. So question number 2, fill in the grid given below by assigning qualities to each person. Some clues are given here to help you. So clues here, Sangeeta lends her pencil to her partner. Lends means मांगना. Neerav is also called a chatterbox. Pranav recently saved a cat from drowning in the lake. And Megha just teases everyone. Ritu is always seen with a book in hand. So here is you can see Parnav is a brave boy, Neerav talkative, Megha quiet, Mithalia naughty, Ritu studious, Sangeeta generous. So children who show exceptional bravery are honored with the bravery award to recognize their presence of mind. So in 1957, the Indian Council of Child Welfare started this National Bravery Awards. So brave children are awarded cash prizes, free school education, and a certificate from the Prime Minister of India. And they ride on an elephant in the Republic Day parade. So Har Srivastav, a 12-year-old boy, and his 15-year-old sister rescued a child from the attack of a raging bull. You can see here Yamuna Jaido Singh, 11 years old, jumped into the flooded river and saved a 3-year-old from drowning. The act of bravery was recognized because he saved the life of an infant. So find one story of bravery about a child. You can search for the story by talking to other older people, watching a TV program, or from a film. Write down the story. Also mention its source. Narrate the story to the class. Which story did you like the best? Write down your reasons. So I have read the following story of a brave boy in a storybook. Kareem was a shepherd boy. He used to graze his sheep and goats outside his village near the railway track. One day he found a few persons damaging the railway track. He hid himself and watched them. When those men had gone, he came to the track. A train was expected to come in about half an hour. He knew that there would be a serious accident. He wanted to hit upon the plan. We went about half a kilometer up the track. He stood at the edge of the track. When the train became visible, he began to wave his flag. The driver applied brakes. The train stopped. He saved the train and its passengers. He also told the police about the men who had damaged the track. They were terrorists. They were arrested. Kareem was rewarded. He was given free school education. I like the story because Kareem saved hundreds of lives by his presence of mind. You can see here a notice tell who, when, where, and what. The girls and boys of class with wrote notices for the bulletin board. Read Sila's notice, discuss the question that follow. Who was to meet, when were they to meet, where were they to meet, what were they to do. So in the notice, the drama committee will meet in the classroom on Monday at 2 o'clock. We'll plan a play for our annual day. Will each one of you please bring a play? So the drama committee, they were to meet on Monday at 2 o'clock. They were to meet in the classroom. They were to plan for their annual day. Write a notice about a library committee or a football match. So a football match will play between ST Mark School and our school at Shivaji Stadium on 16th January at 2 p.m. All the students are invited to watch the match and encourage their team. Please maintain discipline. So how many brothers did the Barber have? So the Babur had six brothers. Why was the Sultan in a hurry? Sultan was in a hurry because he had invited a few friends to a feast at noon. Why did the Babur take so long, save the Sultan? The Babur took so long, save the Sultan, because he continued talking and wasting time. The Babur was saving the Sultan's beard. False. The Sultan gave him 3 gold coins. True. The Babur refused to leave the Sultan palace. That is true. There were 7 brothers altogether in the Sultan's family. False. So why did the Babur want a lot of food? The Babur wanted a lot of food because he had invited a few friends to lunch at his house that day. Did the Sultan enjoy the Babur's talk? Why do you say so? No, the Sultan did not enjoy Babur's talk. He was losing his patience. He wanted to get rid of him. He wanted to get rid of him. Which part of the story did you find the funniest? I find the last part of the story funny. The Babur had all the food the Sultan had ordered for the feast. What are the things the Sultan gave to the Babur? Sultan gave him 3 pieces of gold, all the food and fruits for desert. Dessert. Okay, not a desert, dessert. Okay, do you think the Sultan was really very generous? Why do you say so? No, I don't think the Sultan was generous. He gave all the food of the Babur because his head was half shaved. This was because he was at the mercy of the Babur. Study the words in the first column and see the changes in them in the second column. And the words in column second are the opposite of the words in the column first. Important, unimportant, patient, impatient, pleasure, displeasure. Now write the opposite of the following using believe, disbelieve, saved, unsaved, perfect, imperfect, satisfied, that is unsatisfied, polite, impolite, respect, disrespect, pure, impure, expected, unexpected, obedient, disobedient. You can see here fill in the blanks by adding UN, IM or DIS to the words given in the box. Like the teacher got upset with Rani because her work was untidy. We have to use un, okay, and im or dis. So the dog was unable to climb the tree to chase the cat. I dislike hot milk, I like it cold. It is impossible to cross the road during peak traffic hours. The magician waved his magic wand and made the rabbit disappeared. The passenger became impatient when the train was late again. It is very unkind to make fun of another person's weakness. Notice the highlighted words in the sentence given below. And you ordered me to come, so I will not quit your house till I have saved you. While he was saving me, he could not stop talking. Now use the joining words given in the box to fill in the blanks. If or till where unless you so while. Please wait with me till the bus arrives. Till. Do you like football or cricket? My father packed my lunch while my mother combed my hair. We will reach on time if we go by the car. Your speech cannot be heard by the audience unless you use a powerful mic. It was a beautiful day, so they decided to go for a picnic. We went to the zoo where we saw many animals. So, write what do you when you are at a okay. You can see here drink, enjoy, serve, run, compete, cheer, play, win, cheer, wave, sit, enjoy, buy, ride, dancing, well, yell, greet. So, how does your father, uncle save his face every day? He lathers his face with shaving cream, then he uses his razor. He runs it over his face in even strokes. After this, he washes his face and wipes it to get rid of the leather. Now describe two of the following processes: how to send a letter email, how to make a salad, how to prepare a garden bed to grow flowers, how